So it finished 2-0 to Arsenal at St James's Park on Sunday afternoon as Newcastle lost for only the second time at home all season to a very good Arsenal side, but one that also did a lot of time wasting and I think was a bit of a mission from Arteta to kind of maybe prove a point in his opinion. I wasn't much of a fan of it, but that's what happened, and I'm sure it'll be a debate we can have this week about the way Arsenal went on, but it wasn't very impressive in my opinion. However, they are a good team, and really they got the better of us, really. I feel in midfield, I think that's where the battle of the game was won and lost, and I feel like the fact that we missed Longstaff was pretty key here. He does a lot of the defensive dirty work, and it also coincided with the fact that Bruno didn't have his best game for us at all. So it was just a bit of a double whammy in that respect, and it cost us essentially. But there are positives to take from this game. The first positive really is the fact that we did create some really good chances. We hit the post twice. We had a couple of other good chances. And on another day, we probably would have scored a couple of goals and the game would have been very, very different. If Murphy's shot that hit the post at the start of the game had gone in, you're looking at a very different game. But that is the fine margins of football. Obviously, the big talking point in the first half was the controversial overturning of the VAR decision. I've not seen it myself other than when it was happening in the stadium, so I've not seen any replays of it. But from what I've heard, it was just a bit of a disgraceful decision to overturn it because it wasn't a clear and obvious error that the referee had made, and that is what makes it very, very frustrating. So again, we had two excellent opportunities in the first quarter of an hour of the game to get ourselves ahead. One of them we didn't take because we hit the post, and the other one was overturned by the referee, even though by all accounts it probably shouldn't have been. So that's frustrating because if we get ahead in that game, we're a very different beast at St James's Park, and Arsenal, I don't know how they would have reacted. Unfortunately, after the penalty thing, Arsenal then went down the other end and scored. It was a sucker punch because it was pretty much their first real effort on goal. It was a good finish, but I do feel like our defence should have closed him down quicker. He seemed to have a lot of time to shoot. And again, not seeing a replay on this, I do wonder if Pope could have done better, but I'm not criticising Pope there. It was just my initial thought in the stadium was, could he have done better? So the other thing that we sort of struggled to do in the first half was contain Arsenal. They're very good in transition. They're very good at breaking at speed and with width, and they kind of overran our fullbacks, I think, quite consistently, actually. It's not a criticism of Trippier or Burn, actually. I think Trippier had a pretty good first half. Burn was caught out a couple of times, but that's, again, I'm not laying massive blame at him or anything like that. It's just the way it was. And I think as a team we had to work really, really hard to kind of cover them and get back. And sometimes we came up short. And actually they did look very, very dangerous every time they went forward. So it was just something that we couldn't quite cope with. And there's no shame in that. Like, Arsenal are a very, very good team. And they're second in the league for a reason. They've led the league for a lot of this season for a reason. And it's because they are an excellent football side who are very well organised and have good players. And look, we lost. It's disappointing, and it makes it a little bit trickier for us to qualify for the Champions League, but we're absolutely still got everything in our own hands. It's not an issue at this point. We go to Leeds next week and we have to try and win. And if we win there, we'll all feel a lot better and a lot calmer. The other good thing that went our way today, of course, was the fact that Man United lost. That's good for us because it keeps them below us in fourth. And even if Liverpool catch one of us, then it means that as long as we can stay above Man United, we only have to stay above one of Liverpool and Man United is what I'm trying to say, and that helps us because Man United are still below us, and they're stumbling over the finish line this season. Whereas I feel next week against Leeds, I feel like Eddie Howe will have us right up for it, and we'll see how it goes. Anyway, let's get back to this game. Second half, we came out, and I thought we came out in the second half pretty well. We started off well. We tried to create some stuff. We didn't create loads of chances in the second half, but we did do enough to kind of warrant a goal. I think we were unlucky to have zero in this game. I just feel like it was a game where on another day we would have scored one or two goals and obviously could have had a different result. But again, fine margins in football. It's just the way it is. We weren't quite good enough today, and there were too many people off the pace, I think. I think Bruno, like I've said, didn't have his best game for us by any stretch. Fabian Schär didn't cover himself in glory today either, in my opinion. But it wasn't a shocking performance by anyone, by any stretch, I don't think. But it just shows us where the level we need to get to. We're still doing amazingly well, but actually, when you compare us to Arsenal and Man City, those are teams that are well ahead of us, even at this point in time, even though we're doing really well. So it shows that in the summer, recruitment's absolutely huge. It's massive, so important. So yeah, just very disappointing day. Could have been different, but it wasn't. It's just the way it is. We'll move on to Leeds. We've got 4 games left to basically win 2 of them. And it's all to play for. It's all in our hands. I'm not worrying. I'm not panicking. I think we need to stay calm in defeat to a good team. Look, we've got Leeds, Leicester, Chelsea and Brighton to play. And if we can get 6 or 7 points from them, we'll be in the Champions League. And we've got every chance we can do that still. Because today we showed that even though we lost, we went toe-to-toe with Arsenal. We gave them something to think about. We gave them a game. And there's no shame in that. But yeah, we just need to move on, draw a line, go again next week and see if we can beat Leeds.